Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Just give me a second here while we ping the Discord, and then we'll have a little bit of hello people, shall we? And we can have a little Thursday night hangout in Ilos. Gonna fill some awkward space tonight. Should be quite a fun stream. Please do enjoy the sunset while we type this message out. And wonderful. Hey Mitsu, Marina, Arani, Space Cadet, how are you guys? Welcome into the stream. Hold on, we're on Twitter as well, I think, aren't we? Yes we are. Yes we are. Fantastic. But either way, welcome into Thursday night stream, everyone. So we're hanging out in Ilos tonight. I've got some work I want to do in these kind of awkwardly shaped frames around the edge of last episode's build. So we're going to head to Google Earth pretty much straight away and see what we're working with, because it's kind of weird again. It's another sort of strange mile grid configuration. Yeah, so say hello first. Hey, Mr. Harry's Eggsy, Tony Regime, Jared, Duz, Daniel, Lucas. Did we chat about the collab build? What about the few candy one? No, we haven't talked about it yet, mate. But yes, glad you sorted it. Yeah. Oh, did you catch it? I thought it said chat. Yes, I did catch it. Yes, it's good. Glad you guys enjoyed it. Yes, you guys really did enjoy the collab build. Quite by surprise. Hey, K-Star. Welcome into the stream, mate. How you doing? Hopefully a good surprise. I hope. Karina, DM, welcome in. Mods, Jane as well. Hello, guys. Good evening to you all. Joy, it's been a long time since we've seen Joy. Welcome into the live stream, Joy. How are you? Welcome in, Phil Max as well. Finally able to catch a live stream. Welcome in, Phil Max. Nice to have you here as well. Sins Arcade is here too. Good evening, all. So, anyway, yes, nighttime Ilos is wonderful, but we do want to head very briefly to Google Earth, of course, to find out exactly what's happening with today's live stream. So we're in this kind of weird west part of Phoenix again. So last episode's inspiration was taken from around this area. So we're like super southwest here from downtown. And this time, I just want to sort of isolate some of these more awkward shaped frames. And there's quite an interesting one here I found, where it seems to be a farm mixed in with some very rural looking overgrown suburbia, a school with 2 baseball parks, and then dry, abandoned desert land. It's kind of like really weird around this part of Phoenix. There's a lot of very mismatched ideas and things just kind of pieced together. But we can certainly get involved with some 2-lane American road action at the foot of the mountains, lots of desert overgrowth and kind of abandoned vibes over here. If we also pop onto the street view by the school as well, it's also pretty spicy down here, so we can have a look what's going to happen. It's almost kind of rural building tonight. This isn't like major sort of metropolitan area. Hello, DJ, welcome into the stream. Jimmy, Stuart, Adwa, welcome in. Hello, everyone. Hello. Yes, so it's just sort of like more power line. Got some palm inspiration there as well. Little cluster of palms. And it's dry, and it's kind of like basically King Leno's ranch housing down this dirt track. Really sparse, so it should be a pretty cool build today. So that's what we're working on. So I hope you're looking forward to that. So we're definitely going to want to expand Josh's farm area from last episode to get all these fields in, which is fine, which is something we can do. Okay, welcome to all 51 of you here already, guys. Welcome to the stream. Welcome in. Okay, so let's turn our time of day off and then see what's happening. Hey, Red Baron, Matrim, welcome into the stream, guys. Minor as well, EMB, welcome in, everyone. Have you ever traveled or want to travel to Phoenix, Egg? I think I would like to travel to Phoenix now, just because of Ilos, but I think it's probably too hot for me. I'm a pasty white boy from the north of England. I would not survive in Arizona. Not at all. Maybe in the... I've heard it's a lot cooler in the... what's it called? Winter, obviously, like December time. Okay, so we'll finish those mark grid frames off. And then first thing we want to sort of establish today is where we're going to sit. So I think we'll fill this one here with fields, and then we'll have the school on the corner, then some residential here, and then finish it with another field. That should work. I think we'll go for that. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw out that industrial area from last episode. And we can play with some of our workshop fields we've got today as well, which is always fun. So Let's just bring that across. It will eventually want to come down here, but we'll decide eventually where that goes in a second. I'll tidy this district up as well a little bit while Eggs is here. Try to get it nice and neat for him. It's a little bit jarring there, isn't it? Okay. So let's search for our fields, because we've got quite a few of them. Field, I guess. Let's go. We kind of want to fill as much space here as possible, so the larger the better. Like that, yes please. Can I have you as the vegetable version though? Because that's kind of a nicer decal. Can we change that? No, we can't. Okay. Okay. Let's rethink that strategy then. It's... Oh, you are big, aren't you? Oh, that's super big. That nearly fills the frame. Can we just bend that road out? Oh, I'm tempted to do that. I'm tempted just to bend the frame off. How much of a... Oh, actually, no, I can't, can I? It kind of... That's kind of crucial. How's the XL one? The wheat isn't too bad a texture, is it? I don't think I mind the wheat, although it can't be on the slope here though. That's too it's too weird. Hey Crafty Cats, welcome to the stream. Okay. Let's rethink this. So let's grab a rural road. Got some dirt action on the go. Really want to start trying to come away from concrete in this part of the city. So we'll bring in some initial frames. So I know that the Industries DLC fields, we can change the decals on these. If we go for crop, we can find it. There we go. So can we change large crop to vegetable? Yeah, that's the vibe I want, I think. So we'll just copy and paste this in a few times. Really want to line up those crops. We will need to paint fertile land here as well, of course. I will do that in a second. So we'll have this there. Let's go ahead and get that dirt road back in. Put that into the side. We'll do some nice stuff out here at the front. But it's really that aesthetic of the fields, and I think the next one will sort of flip the orientation because the bird's eye view will really be affected by that, I think. Okay, let's get some node controller on these junctions where the dirt roads are hooking into. Give everyone a little square off. Help those vanilla roads be a little happier. You alright, Field? What's going on? You a terraforming job? I think you are, aren't you? I think you're just going a little bit crazy. There we go. Wonderful. Cool. So let's get some little sort of pine clusters and lots of chain link fencing around here as well, especially against the main road frames that run through the area. It is kind of more two-lane vibes out that way of Phoenix, but just because we're leaving the mile grid here, it's just how it looks. So let's get some... They're quite tall little thin numbers, weren't they? So we definitely want to sort of maybe go one. Actually, no, do you know what? No, we don't need to do this. Karina has already done this for us. Massive. If we can get some yes please in the live chat for Karina, because the absolute amazing person that she is, we already have pre-made authentic Arizona palm clusters courtesy of her. So we don't need to make them again. So let's have a few of these knocking about. We'll, of course, trim out the occasional palm from each repetition so it's not an exact mirroring, otherwise that will be noticeable at the end. Okay, so we'll just sort of work with this grid first of all. Let's get everyone happy here. Cool. Okay. Not looking too bad here, I don't think. Wild idea. Can you make your own vegetable fields by line placing specific plant props? Yeah, you could EMB. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've done that in the Noobs Guide before. Like placing down little tiny plants to replicate crops, yeah. Works nice for extending the crop fields things from industries from the farm, yeah. If you want them a little bit bigger. It is. Cool. How is stream quality tonight, by the way, guys? Is it okay? Let me know. Maybe you should use more livestock, less crops. No, this is crops in this part of Phoenix, Gorgonzola. why we did livestock on the other side of the highway. Okay, so we'll bring this just through here for right now. Let's move those trees over a little bit. Go ahead and spin this around a little. There we go. Okay, so let's take away some of the smaller ones here. Not that one though. And this can get trimmed off a little. Cool. And then we'll get lots of dry grass in between them. We can now come in with a little bit of chain link fencing. Always a fan favourite. Get the fence full on as well. Welcome to all 83 of you here already, guys. Thank you for turning up for a little bit of Thursday night action. I realise we're a little bit earlier this week with Ilos, but welcome in anyway. Okay. Those farm fields are nice. Yeah, they're good, aren't they, Rich? Yeah, I like these ones. Hey, Andre. Welcome into the stream, mate. How are you? All good here. Okay. Alright, good. Yeah, YouTube's just giving me a little sort of scary exclamation mark. But it seems to be alright, I think. Okay, let's go for Ilos dry belt here. Oh, that's an autosave. There we go. Let's bring the strength down a little bit too. Get a little bit through there as well. Turn that brush strength up a touch. Oops, not on the road though, please. This should give us a really cool view from the highway as well, I think. And then I just want kind of the dirt road box to be all gravelled so we don't get the sand tearing back through there. It fills a fair chunk of Mar grid frame. At least in the design we want to do it today, if not a little bit of forest brush refinement. Other than that, it's not too bad. Kind of, you can't really see it from the ground just because of the way the texture tears when you're this low with camera positioned utility, but from the overarching view, there is a little bit of a weird dip happening, isn't there, with the terrain there? You can really see it from the bird's eye view. Is that just a height issue? Really weird. There we go, we set it to the same height as the one next to it and then move it. It seems to correct it, which is fine. Oh, now they're all out of line, oh my god. No, can't have that. Let's move them back in line a little bit. Just a little bit of a quirk in the terrain. Cool. Got the power lines running through here as well. I kind of rather have the power lines on the other side of the road actually, because this is going to be more major builds, so I don't really want the power lines in them. We might as well have it in this kind of derelict area. So let's just get rid of it because we're going to have to change this at some point. Let's just change it as we cross the river. Even though we don't need power lines, we absolutely do not need them because we're playing with 81 tiles with no need for power lines turned on. But they're very much an aesthetic choice at this point, I think. They're very Arizona. Cool, and then yeah, let's just like cross them over the road here. And then I maybe want to be like the fourth tile in, I think. I don't want to be right against the road with the power lines. Is this giving us a vibe now, I think? Yeah, it's on its way, I think. Yeah, that's not too bad. The base game desperately needs like a rural power line, doesn't it? Such a game changer. Really is. Yeah. Hey Krishnandu, how you doing, mate? I'm doing well. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Very good. I gotta say, I also appreciate how you sit upon a plays, VC, etc. When you finish a build or in the middle of the build, you guys always check the street view and not just the bird's eye view all the time. Oh, 100%, man. Yeah, you gotta check every angle. Everything new you add to the build has to be checked. Glad you like the play style, thank you. Glad you enjoy it. Hello from Missouri, USA. Just got home a bit late. I say, not too late, mate. We've been live for a quarter of an hour. Welcome to the stream, mate. An irrigation machine prop would be super useful here. It would, Gorgonzola. It absolutely would. Egg, what city Skylands YouTubers do you watch? Some tips. I watch Few Candy, Imperator, Biffa. I don't catch much City Planner players. I was actually watching some Skibbeth earlier as well. He's just started a Bucharest recreation. That's looking like really cool already. But he's like crazy, super mental PO player. Like it's like a totally different game, but it's very fascinating to watch. So yeah, just sort of, yeah, that's it really. I don't really get much time to watch much else. Let's cross the road here again as well. Bring them in and then go over to there. Tremendous. Okay, so this is going to be totally pitch black at night, isn't it? Which is expected. This part of Phoenix obviously would be. Yeah. It's acceptable. I don't mind it. Could put a little building in here actually. There isn't in Phoenix, but you know, it's not like a direct recreation, is it? So it doesn't really matter. I guess it's okay. Yes, we've got a fair chunk of industrial demand for Ilos, so why don't we see if there's a generic industry asset that might just settle into the corner of the field almost as a little bit of crop administration, if you will. We move that to the edge of the road. Are we fun? Bring you in. Don't really want you sat on the crops though. Can we move you so you don't sit on the crops? You also need that little bit of concrete surface painting off you as well. Yes, let's do this side as well. Let's make it a little bit sandier. It takes that concrete off, doesn't it? Definitely more chain link fencing through here as well. We saw there's a lot of it. Actually, when it goes past the school as well, in this little bit of Phoenix, it kind of goes into like a more raw iron sort of fence. So we'll change it up as the fence continually moves down the road. Okay, and then yeah, just run parallel with the bridge basically. Just go to about there. Okay. It's pretty simple, but it's what's over this part of Phoenix, isn't it? I don't know, I always feel a bit underwhelmed. I'm like, is it alright? But it's what's here. Need to move that speed sign though. An old shack of some kind? Yes, definitely at some point, Arani. Yeah, we're getting like old shack vibes in here, I think. Hey Fenrir, welcome into the stream. Hey OE for Christmas, can we go back to Palaven and play with all the new vanilla game updates, like all the trams? Yeah, do you guys want that for Christmas? Yeah, do you want mods as well, like Key Anarchy, so we can like do the downtown up, like the ring road with keys and stuff and make it all nice? We can do that if you want. Or do you just want it pure vanilla Palaven, but we go back in and update it with roads and trams? Yeah, I can do that if you guys want. Eggsy and Karina seem keen. EMB is already preparing to brand it. Would you please be able to share the source of the vegetable field assets? Yes, DJ, I will. I will grab them for you now. So there's a pack of them. I'll just post the workshop link in the live chat. Just give me a second here. And then you can apply their textures to the industries fields as well, obviously, which is their purpose. Yeah, those fields are in the live chat, guys, if you want them. Go ahead and download them. They're very fun. Hey Rich, eyes back at you as well, mate. Welcome into the stream. This field needs aliens. Yes, we'll get to aliens eventually. We will, I promise. We will do aliens. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's kind of move down now where we come to the school. So let's just, again, take a minute to reflect on what's happening in Phoenix. So we come out of the fields, and then we kind of come at the frame down. So we could use some smaller fields against the back of a couple. I don't think I'm going to use baseball fields because the ones I've got are too big. I'll probably just might use football maybe, or soccer for our American friends. Okay. Cool. Right. So we want to carry on with fields in this square frame again. So the industry area must extend. Josh's Meat and Rinds is taking up a good amount of real estate now. it's a big farm. Okay, so let's let the school take priority first, and then we'll fit the fields around it, because we've got different types of fields. Definitely want to go with poorly maintained. I also want to get rid of this really fancy 6-lane road here. Like, we're right on the edge of the city here. I don't want, like, painted... what's it called? like central reservations. It's a bit sort of a bit too la-di-da, if you know what I mean, for this part of Phoenix. Or Ilos even. 100% mods and updates. This spot needs some silos. Absolutely does, Rudy. That's an excellent shout. We'll get some silos in here as well. Yes, please. Whatever you want. I do want them. 100 people. Yes, make Palaven cuter. That sounds lovely to go to Palaven. Okay. If we're going back to Palaven, we need to release some nodes. Send me the save and I'll work my magic. It's not too bad, is it, the node count, is it? On Palaven. I think it's alright, actually. The final save's on the workshop anyway, if you want to get it, if you want to jack, but I'm pretty sure it's alright for nodes. You shouldn't need to do anything with it. Yeah. Cool. I had an idea for a cities project that would be super painful. Build a twin city like San Diego and Tijuana. That is both on the sides of restricted border. Yeah, a twin cities project would be cool. Isn't there, there's a real famous twin city in America, isn't there? Is it St. Louis and something else? That has like, it's like twin cities across the river. I'm pretty sure DJ, isn't it a Minnesota town? Minnesota, you see, that's one of the twin cities. You have to, so someone in the live chat will know, surely. Okay, so let's get building here. So how far down are we? Let's do 20 units. 19, that'll do, you won't be able to tell. And then we're going to need to bend the power lines back in the first tile. We'll worry about them in a second. So yeah, it's a really kind of short, dinky and cute car park. It's not massive. It's pretty easy replicatable as well. Let's make sure we're actually using the lower maintained ones. Do 10. Grab maintain road. Tremendous. So is there a particular type of school we need? Elementary is nearly in the yellow. High school is more than alright. Universities are fine. Okay, yeah, this has to be elementary school then. That's with the high school stuff. I really should get some more. I mean, it's pretty much this asset. Like, no joke. It's actually that one in Phoenix as well. So we place this here. Yeah, just a simple elementary school. It's going to do us, isn't it? Okay, and sort of line up the concrete textures there. That'd be nice. Get some people parking here as well. Let's go for... You're all going to be too big, are you? No, that's perfect. Yes, please. Although we're going to have no room for disabled parking here. I will have to cater for that. There we go. Yeah, so again, we're going to keep jumping back into Google Earth tonight just because of what I want to see, but I just want to sort of see how the school sits on the road. Like, is there a lot of sort of foliage in front of it? Have we got sort of all the little aspects and elements that we can take inspiration from? So it's actually like a security gate on the front, isn't there? There is like a fence that runs alongside it, and we've got a little bit of distance as well between road and sort of fence as well, with a little bit of shrubbery and bushes in between. A little random mailbox there as well, which is super weird. Yes, okay. We can actually see what it is. This is the Gila River Indian Community, Arizona. Oh, so it's not a school. It's not a school, is it? It looked like a school from Google Earth because of the baseball fields and the grounds around it. Okay, so it's an Indian community. Okay, interesting. Looks like a school, doesn't it? It really looked like a school. Okay, but there's a pool in the back there as well. Okay, so we can possibly look at some asset fusion with maybe a community pool out here. Some tennis courts there as well by the thing. So it's quite a substantial little facility. There's also that little silo in the end as well, which you imagine is there for some sort of silage, right? Okay, interesting. Very cool. Hey John, welcome into the stream, mate. How are you? Welcome in. Listening while driving. Hey Jen, welcome in as well. Jen and John both arriving at the same time. Oh, I missed the Minneapolis chat, didn't I? Where is it? From Gorgonzola's question. St. Paul and Minneapolis. Yes, I thought it was Chris. Thank you. Thank you. It's not St. Louis then, is it? It's St. Paul. Right, I'm mistaken then. Yes, and then DJ, yes, Minneapolis and St. Paul. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, it's like a really cool aesthetic. Yeah, Gorgonzola's right, like Twin Cities project would work out really nicely in cities, actually. Maybe in the next vanilla build we can come at it from the Twin Cities angle because we've got so many skyscrapers now. Choose something with a big river. That'd be quite cool, I think. Okay, so I definitely like a community pool in here, but I think I want to move into a slightly more upmarket road. So why don't we find something we like? Why don't we go for one of the new ones? Maybe the one with the grass median? Which is going to be sand for us, of course. The relentless page of Ilos, everyone. It never ends. Okay. So I can probably knock you back without you whinging, can't I? How long until you whinge? Yeah, quite a distance. Okay, that's fine then. Cool, so let's get this sort of pool in here then. So this is good, like an upmarket elementary school, isn't it, to have its own pool. Let's do that again. Let's come off of road length here. There we go, that's what I want. And then we'll come back on. So we'll do the straight box. Hopefully we've got some field assets that might fill this spot. They should on a certain axis anyway. Now we do have some park assets. The football stadium's a little dominant. This soccer one's a little bit cuter, isn't it? Maybe a little bit more appropriate. So glad I was able to catch you for a short bit during my lunch break. Thanks for making all my Christmas dreams come true. So excited. No worries, Joy. Yes, thank you for the wonderful Christmas idea. I really appreciate it. Yes, we'll definitely be heading back to Palaven for Christmas. We should put the winter theme on it as well. That way I'd please all Overcharged Egg City fan audiences. We could tick off the Navaria people by making it snow. The vanilla people by going back to Palaven. And then the sort of sentimental people by going back to Palaven as well. Everyone wins. Well, thank you for hanging out, Joy. I'm rambling. I appreciate it. Good evening, Peter. Welcome into the stream, mate. How are you? Welcome in. Demetrius as well. Welcome into the stream, mate. 2 downtown skyline split by a big river, and that's the one, Rich. Oh my god, Exy with a 449 super chat. Hydration and posture check. PS, I love you. Yes, I love you as always, Exy. Thank you for the super chat, mate. You're not supposed to be super chatting, mate. You're supposed to be saving for a house. Stop it, Exy. But thank you, mate. I appreciate you. Yes, let's have a hydration break on a super chat, shall we? Let's put our nighttime view on and stretch the old spines, everyone. It's important that we take care of ourselves. I'm actually going to cross my legs for a little bit. I find my back stays straighter if my legs are crossed. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not sure. If there's any chiropractors in the chat, do let me know. Is that the back? Is that the spine, a chiropractor? I can't remember. I think I've got the wrong type of practor there. Or practitioner it is, isn't it? I'm working out in the English countryside at the moment. It feels so good after so long working in cities. I bet it does, Rich. Where are you at, mate? Are you down south, aren't you, for your... Is it a wedding this weekend, I think you said, in the Discord? There's so much beige, it's like a 1980s computer store, isn't it? There is. It's got more beige than a DFS sale. There's a lot of it. I think only the English people will probably get that reference. Everyone else will be like, what the hell's DFS? Yes. Okay, what a wonder. Can we just take a minute as well to appreciate like how much this industrial expanse in eastern Ilos has sort of grown up? Mental. Absolutely mental. Yes. Anyway, let's have one more swig of the drink. That silo looks like a water tank. Probably a good shout, Jared, actually. Yes, actually, a water tower would be a great addition out here. Do you know what we should also do out this side of Ilos is random, sporadic water treatment, because that is everywhere in Phoenix. Like, you literally cannot get away from it. Okay, yeah, I'm definitely on board with having a water tower here, even though it is that silo. And we do have that silo asset from Avanya's recycling. So we could definitely bring it in. I'm pretty sure it functions as garbage collection, doesn't it? Yeah, it's this asset. That's basically what we saw on Google Earth. Which I'm happy to have over here, because there's no reason why not, right? It's sort of garbage processing for the city. It's appropriate to what we're working with today as well. I'm going to have to move that fucking power line again. I'm not touching the power lines now until we know where they're going to go. Right, so let's move the football pitch over to the corner. How big are our baseball fields? They're pretty enormous, aren't they? I need to get some smaller ones. Where is it? Baseball. Oh, actually, it does kind of fill the space a bit more naturally than the football one. I think maybe we should go with that one then, in hindsight. Obviously surface paint it, and then there was basketball courts here as well, wasn't there? So let's do... Of course, these have been bobbed into oblivion, so we can do what we like with these. Let's have them so they're sort of flush with the community pool here. And then we do just have some green space within this school campus as well. It's not all sort of built up, if you like. Oh, that's way too much. Let me do fertile land as well, you idiot egg. Idiots, do fertile land. Well, you guys can start complaining now. Yeah, there we go. Cool. And then we'll do a little bit more fertile land over here as well, so because we're going to need it for all the fields, so we might as well just continue. And then run into the school as well. Cool, that should do. So let's make this little space here kind of functional, and then we'll blend it in with a few trees, and it can just be sort of a nice little open green space within the school campus. That one go off there. And I think just a touch of live oak should see us through. Does Ilos already have a native community somewhere? It doesn't at the minute, Gorgonzola, no. It does not. I would like to get one in though before the city comes to a close. But I think I'd rather do that in an episode rather than a stream. But yes, we will, I think, eventually touch upon that kind of build. The wedding was last weekend. I'm just outside Kirby Lonsdale now. Oh, are you rich? That's very close to where I am, mate. I had no idea you were there. Well, that's very close, mate, yes. You're having a nice time. I like the idea of an abandoned mining town, so perhaps as Ilos kept growing, the old mining town eventually became abandoned, more people into the big city. That's a good shout, Lucas. We do already have like an abandoned mining town. Well, it's not abandoned, it's kind of, well, it's not abandoned at all, it's fully functioning. But it is kind of in the midst of a mine. But I think there's definitely more vibes we can be sort of had out there, I think. Open Mind Debt with a €5 super chat. I was late and thought this was going to be a border to Mexico, then there came a pool. Okay. Yes, I guess it would sort of seem like that, right? Thank you for the super chat, dude. I appreciate you. That's really generous. Don't connect into the highway there. Okay, so that's kind of the school area set. We'll do some more detailing around this in a second. Now I kind of want the fields to come back in, because we've got to kind of wrap this up so it looks sensible at least. Can we... possibly test a medium field? That's going to be too wide, isn't it? I need a dirt road. Let me grab the frame here. Might just bring it out of these junctions. It saves adding more roads or more nodes onto this road. There's already quite a few. So how does this let us hold a field? Oh, I need something thinner and narrower. That's going to be really irritating. I guess we've got to see. We could use this as an opportunity to draw in our own crop fields, similar to what what's his face said, EMB. Yeah, I think we'll do that then, just because this is kind of an awkward space. So, what looks like a crop? I guess just like a little brown bush. Or a little bush like that. Is that okay? It should be. Well, that one's not too bad, is it? It's kind of giving me more of the fruit vibe, though, as opposed to crops. Which isn't a bad thing, you know, I've not got anything against fruit, but I just can't imagine there's too much fruit found in Phoenix, is there? Doesn't seem like the sort of place where that would happen. I'm not sure. Is there any fruit farms? Must be somewhere in Arizona. I don't know if they're near Phoenix or not there. How do we feel about that for... a crop? Imperator's node fields. Adjust with node controller. Yeah, that's not a bad shout, Eggsy. Yeah, it's these ones, isn't it? The network fields. That one's the most closest to veg, isn't it, I think? Okay, yeah, let's do this one. Yeah, let's give that a try, Eggsy. That might be a good shout. Let's get rid of those trees. Oh, Big Todd with a 20. I didn't even see that. I went right above it. Oh my god, Big Todd with a $20 super chat. Looking good. Any plans for another very rural community like the mine town? There is a city on the outskirts of Phoenix area called Canyon City, which could be cool. Keep it up. Thank you so much, Big Todd. I really appreciate the super chat, mate. Sorry, I was totally in the zone of network, of field networks then. Yes, there will absolutely be more rural communities in Ilos. How many and where hasn't really been decided yet. But yeah, definitely. Sort of one day, I think. Thanks for the super chat, mate. I really appreciate that. That's really kind. Thank you so much. Okay, so that fills the space. What's that stretch? This is going to look horrendous for a little while, everyone. You're going to have to bear with this. And what was that stretch to? 67% will fill the gap. Okay. So... yeah, it's all of you. 67. Yeah, let's do it for all of the nodes. And then we'll align them up with Move It. And hopefully it won't look like a turd has just been thrown at this. It's going to take a little while to settle in. Here we go. Get rid of that. Right, so let's just bring everyone down. We probably want to surface paint that as well, I imagine. I thought so. You should check your DMs. I'm so sorry, Rich, mate. I'm so bad at replying to messages. I see so much stuff in a day that I forget to reply to. I'm so sorry, mate. I will check my DMs after the stream. Yeah, okay. Let's get rid of that there. It's not a bad shout, Eggsy. It fills the space now perfectly, doesn't it? It's a few extra nodes, but it's only 4. It's not too bad. You can always move the parking lot and get more space in the bag. We could, yeah, we could. It works though. I'm happy with that. We now don't need this here anymore, and then this space should hopefully lend itself well to one of the larger fields. No, not at all, because they're all fucking massive. There's no field. I need like a Goldilocks field, something that's just the right size. It's better. It's not too bad. Thing is though, will you become vegetables? No, you only have the cotton patterns on. Which is fine. We're just going to do it with industries fields again then. Let's bring off another dirt road frame from this junction just to hold the fields for us, and then we'll settle it in so it sort of makes sense from a connectivity point of view, at least. Let's go for... I think probably some large boys will do. Oh, we could even get a little greenhouse in here as well against the highway if we wanted to. I think we might do that. That's going to sort of round off a little bit of sort of spices for us all, isn't it? Let's bring this road down a touch. I'm not really bothered that you're clipping out. You won't be able to see that come the end. Let's place that large warehouse, and we'll have this... oh, not warehouse, sorry, greenhouse. So we'll keep that one as greenhouse, and then for the other ones... you're going to fit perfectly? No, but you won't be able to tell when you're all large vegetables. Yes, please. Tremendous. Wonderful. Okay. Good shout, Eggsy. I like this one. Did not consider the network fields at all. Welcome in, Jen. Welcome in. Red Matic. Welcome in, my friend. How are you? Any plans for a sport complex? Not specifically, but if you have an idea in mind, we can possibly have a look at it. I want to head over to Canyon City as well, that Big Todd mentioned earlier. We might head over to Google Earth there in a second. Okay. I'm settled with this. Again, it's very weird. I'd never have put an elementary school directly outside of a field. But, I mean, I know it's not a school in Phoenix. It's an Indian community reserve, but it's the same sort of building, isn't it? It's a building with a pool and basketball fields and stuff. Okay, cool. So, let's go ahead and check out Canyon City, shall we? Let's have a little break from the farming. Canyon City, it's California. Is it Big Todd? I hope he's still here. You're gonna be, I know you're busy. Don't worry about it. Thank you, Rich. Yes, thank you, mate. Appreciate it. Is this it? Has it crossed the border? Well, it clearly has crossed the border. What border is that? That's the Mexican border. Okay, so we're like real South California here then, aren't we? Yeah, real Southern California. Is this the one? Is this like the rural, I mean, it looks like a rural town, right? Can we get a street view here? I'm hoping Big Todd is still here. Let's hope so. This is cool. There's a solar panel there. Just north of Phoenix? Okay, I'm at the wrong Canyon City. Let's go back to Phoenix, everyone. Let's go. North of Phoenix, okay. Black Canyon City, is this the one you mean? This has to be it, right? I'm assuming so. My high school had a cornfield right next to the marching band practice field. When we'd practice, the conductor would say horns to the corn. That's great, Jared. I love that, horns to the corn. That's fantastic. Just north of downtown Phoenix in the mountains. Okay, I'm assuming this is it then, Black Canyon. It's kind of got like the Williams vibes again, hasn't it? It's very kind of obvious gridding. I like it though. This is really fun to build these sorts of towns. I'm also thinking of doing one based off of Good Springs in Nevada as well. Look at that scrapyard. Just out in the middle of nowhere. Squawk Creek. Have we got water running through here? I'm always down to build a creek. I loved Dawson Creek in Palavan. That was like one of my favourite areas of the city, that little man-made creek we did coming off the mountain. It was lovely. And we haven't really done a creek build since. Like, creeks are really great. Pavement ends. Okay. It's very dry. Lots of saguaros out here, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, definitely. Thank you for the shout out, Big Todd. Yeah, I do like the concept of that one. It seems like a kind of like a drier Williams. I guess it's further south in the state, isn't it? So I guess it would be. Williams is like further up here, isn't it? Somewhere. It's near the canyon anyway. The big old lake there as well, isn't there? Lake Pleasant. Little tiny marina there. Let's head back to the south of the Mark grid again. Because I did see some pretty interesting things here when I was doing some research for the stream. So we saw the Phoenix Raceway, which is a NASCAR ring. So I don't know if we've got the nodes left over, I might do something like this with a vast car park next to it. It's absolutely enormous, isn't it? Look at all that car parking, goodness gracious. I know NASCAR is a very popular sport, of course. But yeah, there's some really cool builds out here as well. Bye guys, he's going to goodbye, Arani. Thank you for hanging out. Yes, and then there was another one. Where was it? So it was kind of near these frames. Yeah, there's also this one as well, the P Posh Cemetery, which I found a little weird name as well. We can maybe get a little cemetery build out there. some of these raw frames here as well today. Yeah, just a cemetery in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. Just empty desert all around it. Just so crazy. This as well. Is this the just more rural community out here, isn't it? Yeah, there's some really random stuff going on out here. I did find a driving school earlier, like a circuit school. What's this we stumbled across? Just big. I like the road network here. It's really cool, isn't it? 2 one-way roads. A lot of node controller there in the middle. Or you could use the road with the median as well. That would achieve it. Just sort of big outdoor mall, I think, isn't it? Off the freeway. Yeah, if you just sort of like, I mean, I know you guys aren't building a city inspired by Phoenix, but you can have so much fun just by randomly zooming around in different areas of the Mar grid and just stumbling across something totally mad, like these diamond water suburbs, and you can see the big like circular irrigation systems they've got set up to keep the crops watered. It's a very unique city to look at from the bird's eye view. There's Goodyear over here as well. The Goodyear's a very sort of strangely configured place, like a runway with about 20 baseball fields all next to it, all crammed in as well. It's like, what should we build here? As much baseball as possible. So much of it. Just crazy. Yeah, anyway, we'll get back to City Skylines because we're kind of just pondering Google Earth here. Okay. Quick sip of the old drink as well. And welcome to 126 of you here as well, Bjorn. Appreciate you hanging out. At NASCAR tracks, you'll see the amount of parking they have. You can't take a bus to go watch the NASCAR. Yeah, I guess it's like super popular, right? So yes, I guess you would need the insane car parks for it. I don't know, that racing ring doesn't seem that big though. I don't know. It's obviously Google Earth, you can't really get a sort of perspective of it, can you? Anyway, let's find some appropriate sort of iron fencing for this school. This one seems quite nice. Iron fence, number 4. Yes, please. That's perfect. Wonderful. Let's have you there. So, if I can get the gate to work, I don't think it will do. I think it'll look a little bit jarring, moving from iron to possibly chain link or the other version of the gate. Because it does have a gate on Google Earth, doesn't it? Doesn't really fit this road though. I guess we could sort of have it in. I'll sort of see how I feel about it. We'll leave it in for the time being. Then let's grab this iron fencing again. Just use a small one here. Cool. Too many nodes though, yeah. I think if we did the circuit with an asset and then sort of created the complex around that, we'd be alright. I don't think I'd have enough nodes to properly do like Few Candy's Formula 1 circuit. Like, I think a NASCAR ring should, well, probably should use a lot less assets than like an actual racing circuit, because it's just a ring, isn't it? I was also actually really interested in replicating something along the lines of the Indianapolis Speedway as well. And that is a really cool complex if you have a look around it. There's loads of different things there. There's a golf course in the middle of it too. Like, really cool. Anyway, back to fencing. I enjoy looking around Google Earth with you. I'm glad to hear that, Karina. What'd you do? Especially around Phoenix, right? It's just so weird. There's just so much going on. Okay, so I think I want a separate fence area for the water tower. Actually, no, it's part of the facility, isn't it, Google Earth? It should be encapsulated within it. Yeah, let's just bring that to the road. And then we'll mirror it with something down here, bring trees in. Or something like that. Just so it rounds off the facility. Let's get a little bit of dry belt through here. Not as strong though. Cool. Get some trees in there as well. Where are my gum trees? I want something, like, I've got to remember it's very dry out here, isn't it? There isn't a lot of sort of thick oakage going on. It's very sort of like gummy and dry, isn't it? Lots of grasses and saguaros. I'm happy with that. There was a general sort of junction on the corner here. It's not looking too bad, is it? Would you be able to build the round fields with the network and make a roundabout OE? I would. Don't see why not, Thomas. I can try for you if I like. We've never tried it before, but yes, if we grab one of the network fields, I don't see why you couldn't do it in a circle. Like a 10 circle in it. Yeah, you can actually replicate those crop fields like we just saw in Phoenix, right? The big circular ones. Yes, you can piece them together like that if you wanted to. That's obviously not a perfect circle, but the concept works if you like. Cool, okay, so lots of fun bush action now. Let's settle in with some bush detailing. So we've got lots of these going on. So we're going to get some numbers set up outside the front first. Don't want too much rhyme or reason to it if we can help it. I need to create a new forest brush that's just kind of like dry but green bush. Because it's a pattern that we come across quite often in Ilos, but I'm not ever really prepared for it. So you want some of these little medium shrubs up against the fence. It's kind of the vibes we were seeing. We'll get some sort of taller, more dominant gum trees knocking about in here as well in a second. These bits of the city that really get me going, you know. This is the best. Little bits of overgrowth out of a bit of a fencing like this that sits in front of a little like modular complex. Like, yes please everyone. This is why we play the game. This is the best. Phoenix is a very odd city. Anything goes. It's so mixed up. I can see why aliens blend in so well. No one even blinks at them. You know what? You guys have got a really sort of funny video coming. I think tomorrow I'm putting it out. It's a new like custom first person tour in Ilos. And it's kind of like narrated. And yeah, it's just sort of factored into the lore. Like, I won't say too much. It's kind of like a funny little surprise. But yeah, it's good. It's kind of related to what Eggsy just said. But yes, it is. It's very weird, very weird to say. Yeah. Cool. Round field would be killer. It would. It would. Cool. How much of the Mar grid you have to fill left and build? So currently we're looking at... There'll probably be 2 more builds in this space here, south of the power plant. These are still significant areas to fill. But then there's a little space here as well that hasn't had anything done that needs to be done. This will just be a fun little live stream job to do something like this. And then some little amendments like filling in suburbia, but apart from that, it's done. Yeah, it's not that far away now. A few candies build kind of rounded off those corners. There's the lake front over here to do. This will probably be a live stream. We'll just do some tourism stuff along the lake, get a hotel in, some trams and stuff, make it all cute and nice. And west side of downtown, which I think is going to be next week. Actually, I think we might set up a poll for next week's episode. Yeah, we'll do that now, actually. Yes, let's do a poll for next week's build. The Ilos fans can decide. So we'll go for next week's Ilos build. The cargo airport still needs to be done. We also need to do the west side of downtown, which exactly what that is, I don't know yet. It's probably going to be something from Scottsdale. Or we can do... I don't want to do another rural community yet. I want to keep doing this area. What else needs done? We could do the lakefront as an episode, I suppose. And then what else wants to be done? I guess, yeah, we'll do the remaining grids. Cool, so there's the poll in the live chat, guys. If you'd like to vote on what gets built for next week's Ilos episode, please feel free to vote. and take part if you like. You could use the sand texture to make round fields too. You could, Eggsy. That's not a bad shout, actually. I think they'd have quite a way they do it in Phoenix anyway, don't they? Can you get a perfect circle with this tool? Yeah, you could. It's a little rougher. Definitely easier with the networks, I think. You've just got much more control over them. But yes, you could. Yeah. It looks like GTA San Andreas. San Andreas? Nah, San Andreas has got more water in it, hasn't it? Yeah, San Andreas has more water. Well, thank you. I think that's a compliment. I'm glad you enjoyed it. How many nodes are there in Ilos? We're on 78% of the node count now. Go Pancake. Yes. Oh, the T's. I know, yes. Hey, Arctic Fox, welcome into the stream. Welcome in. It looks amazing. Think I should start watching the series from the start. Yes, you should, Arctic Fox. I'll say then again, I'll let the chat tell you if you should start watching Ilos from the start. I won't toot my own horn. I'll let someone else decide if it's worth sitting through the vast amount of hours that are in that playlist now. Because there's a lot of it to go through. I think there's like 86 videos in the Ilos playlist now. Across episodes, streams, and first-person tours, etc. Cinematic specials. Right, I want a gate here. Why am I searching for a fence? Yep, want this gate back again. Cool. So let's bring this over the road again. And then we will carry on that fencing up this side. I might actually switch the fencing out now. I might go for chain link, I think. Because it's only really that raw iron at the front of the facility. It's very much fields around the edge. Where do we want to take you to? Maybe up to the side of the greenhouse. Then we can lock it off there. Okay. Wonderful. There's probably a little bit of room here for some more generic industry. Why don't we have a look what's available? So let's come into our ploppables. And I don't want to go for anything that's too big. Oh, that's like perfect for this area actually. Yes, please. I want to do some housing around here, didn't I? I've literally saved no room for housing. We could do some up here actually. There's a little bit of room there. I totally forgot. Oh, okay, right. Yes, this is going to be a secret blend of the old herbs and spices actually, I think. Terrain will behave itself. What are you doing, Ilos? I will do an alien coven over here as well in a second. What are you doing? Why are you doing that? Please stop. Just work. Is it the building? The building seems to be causing it. Don't know why that's happening. That's very weird. Right, let's put it on the other side of the river then. At least this one. Okay, so we'll have that there. Let's come into some farming stuff as well. Let's grab some of these farm sheds. I'm just going to deal with it for right now. Because I want buildings here. In some capacity. Can we actually spin you boys around? I actually wonder if we want them on the opposite axis here. It's so weird that that's happening. Please stop it. Can we just terraform? Yeah, it doesn't seem to want to behave itself. Okay. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Oh. No, I can't. I can't. I'm just gonna tree it and then fence it. Yeah, I can't put a building here. We'll develop like a little sort of functioning yard out this way, but we're just gonna fence this. It's just taking the piss. I can't do it with the terrain. It's not happy. Let's grab these ones here. Actually, again, let's just see how far can we disconnect you before you become unhappy. It's quite a distance, actually. It's doing that stupid thing over here again, though. The terrain is on a very, very slight lip, isn't it? We push it out beforehand and bring you back in. Now you're happy. Now wheel our buildings next to you? No, you won't. Okay, it's fine. It doesn't matter. We'll just leave them roughly in the middle. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. So I just want to head back briefly to the Google Earth Street View here. In this part of Phoenix, just so we can get an idea of like what's happening around the fields. Are they quite tree heavy? We got sort of palms and stuff going on. So let's head back to this area. I think the wetland you built last episode needs more reeds, more of a marshland. Yeah, we can put some reeds in. I think I've got some reed assets. I think I do. Yeah, so I just want to like get amongst the fence in here in the fields and the general sort of vibe around the road. So we've got chain link, and it's a load of dry, dead bush and grass, isn't it? There's a lot of it, and then just more chain link fencing. And between here and the fields, lots of this dry brown grass everywhere, right up against the road, isn't it? Okay. Cool. Power lines and palms, etc. Just go take another example further down the road. I'm assuming this doesn't really change that much. It's probably alright, isn't it? Okay, and then we come into some more fenceless fields down this side. There's quite a significant embankment there actually between the road and the field. I haven't really ever considered embanking a road through a field before. I bet that looks really nice. Interesting. Okay, but a ton, like literally just pure dry grass everywhere over here. So we've got a few grasses available. There's this one here, which is the thickest of them all. So I think the best way to do this is to just create sort of a little diorama of dry grass, if you like, and then we'll copy and paste it with move it down the road. So let's get lots of this in. We'll also pull in some bushes into this as well. I'm happy for a little bit of long grass to come in as well. Yeah, okay, that should be enough, and then we'll go for bush. Hopefully we've got some drier looking bush action. Not really. Could do with some like gum bushes would be a nice little happy medium. Okay. And then gum. How many gum trees do I have? Quite a few. These like gums do sort of work nicely as a little bit of variant, but I think actually we'll add the gums afterwards, otherwise they will look too repeated. I really just want to get this base layer of grass sort of in and around the area. So let's grab trees with move it. Grab all that grass, and then this is like Eggsy's Takatahulu, all those shorelines. All that grass, all those reeds exit. It reminds me of that when you grab it all with move it. All that mud highlighting. So we'll occasionally sort of switch the rotation of it. So it's not constantly a mass mirror in a repetition. And it should just fill out that space quite nicely against the road. And then we can bleed into like just general rural desert over this side here. Let's get maybe another big clump of it in there. Okay. Not bad. Let's get some gum trees littered throughout this now. Hey Lauren, welcome into the stream. Can you just level everything, roads, crops, burn to the same level? It seems to have done it now. Yeah, I think it was just that little awkward terrain layer. I think this is still being a pain in the ass with it as well, isn't it? Let me just sink that down. Yeah, there you go. That would have been the easier option, wouldn't it? Idiot. I always sometimes forget that I have so many mods that can just fix the solution. I automatically default to like, how do I have to arse about with the game in vanilla to fix this, when like it's usually just a move it fix. It's easy. Alright. But I think there's a bit of dry sort of general Arizona space. Maybe the gum trees aren't that particular Arizona, but I really like them, so I'm going to keep them in. They look very dry and parched, which is very much up my street for this sort of view. Right, you can see the trailer park over there as well. I love that, that's so cool. How's the poll doing? Oh, we had a super chat. Robert B with the 449 super chat. I'm just saying hi before going back to watching Palavan Livestream 9. I hope you are well and love the content. Thanks so much, Robert. That's a very random video to go and watch. But I'm glad you're enjoying it, mate. Thank you for the support, and I hope you're enjoying Palavan. It's the same long grass as on Taco Tahula, is it, Eggsy? There you go. Inside information. Cool. Hey, Tim, welcome to the stream. Welcome in, mate. Alright. Okay. Hi, Overcharged Egg. I discovered your channel lately and I love your content. Would love to see you build a city inspired by Amsterdam. Would you consider that? There's probably no plans for a European-inspired build on the horizon anytime soon. It's more likely to be maybe an Amsterdam-inspired area of a city rather than a full Amsterdam-inspired city, if that makes sense. But yeah, no plans for the immediate future. But welcome to the channel as well, by the way. It's nice to meet you. Okay, this general area here is starting to pick up its vibe now, isn't it? I think I'm pretty happy with this. And we do need to surface paint the baseball field, though, because its sprites are coming through. So let's get that done. Oh, baseball, your sprites are showing. Where do you guys want the alien coven as well? Do you want it to be a school coven or farming coven? Residential coven, because that's what we're doing next. Do let me know in the live chat. Whilst you do let me know about that, let's check the poll. Oh, cargo airport. Oh, remaining mark grids. No one cares about the remaining mark grids, so no. Poor mark grid. No one voted for it. Oh dear. Okay. Cargo airport is currently the most popular. It's only had 78 votes. We'll leave it going a bit longer yet. Cool. Okay. Right. So we need to head back to Google Earth again. So sorry, everyone. So sorry. Yeah, because we're coming to work on this little residential part of this bit of the city now. And this is very unusual, at least for me. So we've got some pretty substantial like houses here. They're not like small huts or anything. This one's like been extended and whatnot, and sort of almost like an American eclectic asset almost. But then there is some very sort of, these look more like storage sheds, don't they? There's something, is that an irrigation ditch? I think it is, isn't it? That runs alongside it. And then it kind of looks like there is dirt roads here, but they're all massively overgrown. Can we get like a perspective on this from another angle? Yeah, just that super thick line of bush against the field, isn't it? And then the houses are on the opposite side. For which they do seem to be sort of on the road and then chain linked back a little bit. There is no street view in the actual area, it would seem. Okay. But there's a little bit of tarmac there, isn't there? That is, I guess it's kind of gravel, isn't it? It doesn't really look like it's proper tarmac, it's just grey gravel rather than brown sand. Okay, but it's a lot of sporadic housing surrounded by a ton of overgrowth. So we'll do that. I'm catching up on Palavan. I was talking to you in the Discord the other day. Yes, you were. Yes, the new Palavan person. Yes, I remember the conversation, Robert. I have so much content to watch now. You do, Rob. Yes. You do have an absolute ton of content to catch up on. But enjoy the binge, mate. You only get to go through it once. Okay, so I don't want to come out this main junction here. Let's just do them here. So we'll just sort of set up the general vibe, which is a dirt road coming through here, and then maybe we can fill some of this space here behind with some ranch houses as well, which would actually be an absolutely horrendous place to live because this is right next to the highway. I think we'll do more desert grass here. Okay, and then let's go for just pretty random roads that just come off of this one. We'll bring one further down here. Make a little bit of node controller, does like a world of magic for a dirt road junction. It just makes it look as though there's been people kind of driving a little bit wider than they normally would if the road was tarmacked. So we'll do that as well. And then the absolutely beautiful King Leno has a pack on the workshop of ranch houses that are basically this. They look really cool. So I definitely want to get that chain link fence house up at the front here next to the field, because that's like a proper vibe. Let's get that in. I love Margaret and Lakefront, but I want them to be live streams, so I voted for something else for the episode. Fair enough, EMB. Fair enough. A baseball coven is what John wants. Is there already a farming alien coven? Yes, there is. There's 2 farming covens now. There's the ones that are scared to go into the field in the main Margrid, and then there's the ones stuck in the field near the start of the city. Yeah. Alien coven hiding out in someone's back garden. Sounds good to me, Karina. We can do that. I chose not to vote for the main group. You mentioned it as a live stream job. The remaining Margrid rooms won't be a live stream job. Not these ones here. These big, huge ones. These are episodes. But yes, we will come here for another episode at some point. A whole visiting baseball team of aliens. Yeah, the aliens have formed a baseball team. That's possibly the most hilarious one, I think, John. Yeah, should we go for a baseball team of aliens like they've been in Arizona for so long that they've started playing baseball? I can get on board with that for some lore, I think. Okay, so I want this to spin around because it faces the road. We'll do a building spawn point on this. I actually remember when I interviewed City Planner for the podcast, I asked him what his most requested feature of City Skylines 2 was. And it was this. It was sort of the ability to have houses properly set back from the road. Which is interesting, isn't it? I do agree, it's not a bad aesthetic. Okay, so let's do some chain link fence around this. Might all do some little trash piles out the front of this as well. Let's get that fencing in properly though. Bring it up to that. Do you have a prop that could be some kind of private shooting ranch, like a bench at the end of the property where they put the old bottles? That'd be really cool, Gorgonzola. Yeah, I'm sure we can do that. We can definitely get on board with it. Let's come down to a smaller chain link fence here. Cool. So we're going to need to do a building spawn point here because that will be too far from the road to be serviced. So let's do that. I'm kind of happy to repeat that pattern for the full duration here. So why don't we just go for King Leno's ranches and place in... Don't want them right next to each other. I think maybe just 2 of them. 2 will be okay. And then I just want to knock them back off the main road a little bit, and then we'll do that little surface painter path up to them. So we'll come down this way. Cool. And I can probably just actually grab the prop fencing off of this one. And no, we can't. No. No, we can't. Let's place it again. It's got a fence fill, so let's get this in. Let's go for... by the way as well, guys, actually I might do this as a poll in a second. I was wondering if you guys wanted live stream music. I was kind of watching my VODs back the other day just for sort of general improvement and practice on how we can maybe do a little bit better. And I noticed that when I'm not talking and just sort of detailing or just generally distracted by something that's happening on screen, the VODs are very quiet, which is okay for some, I think, but I don't know. Let me know if you would prefer sort of very light background music to the live streams. It can be easily arranged, so please let me know. Cool. I think West Downtown should be saved for a financial DLC. Kills two birds with one stone then. Yeah. It's not a bad shout, actually, to be fair. I hadn't really thought of that. Yeah. Yeah, that's possibly not a bad shout, actually. How's the poll doing? Cargo Airport's one. We'll leave it at Cargo Airport then. Alright, Cargo Airport's next week then. No idea what that looks like. I've not planned out that build at all. I think actually what we're going to do is bring the taxiways out so far so as you're driving into Sky Harbour, you're kind of seeing the cargo planes taxiing behind the sign. I think that'll look pretty cool, so we'll probably do that with it. But yeah, that's yeah, I don't know what that looks like. Not a clue. Alright, where was I? Housing, yes, housing. So let's do some more chain link barriers around these. And then we'll start getting some of that thick desert grass in here as well. Yes, please. Oh, the dog has been shut out, has he? Oh, I can't do that. I'm not to bring that back in. There we go. Can't shut the dog out. There we go. Even though the dog is already shut out because it's got a kennel in the back garden. Let's bring that a little shorter as well. They can have a power line in their garden. Cool. Let's get some grass now for the front of them. Definitely all around their gardens we'd like a lot of grass. Definitely poking through the fence here too. Could you imagine having the patience to do this with every residential lot in the city? It would look incredible. But my god, you would be there for years doing that. What's 132,000 population now? Goodness gracious. That's the biggest city I've ever built by quite a distance. Yeah, really big. Let's give some of these guys a taller tree as well. Sure, why not? And maybe one of those. I like that. I love, absolutely love the chain link garden fencing. That reminds me a lot of Grand Theft Auto. Anyway, new poll for the live stream music there. Backing music during streams. We'll have yay or nay. There you go. The poll's up in the community. Cool. Try detailing on PlayStation. It's horrible. I can imagine, Stanley. I have played about 20 hours or so maybe of Cities on Xbox and I wanted to cry. Awful. I couldn't do it. Alright. There we go. That is a very nice view over to the skyline there, isn't it? If I might say so myself. My city's the same population right now. Very nice, Jen. Population sync. I'm curious what your traffic stats are you, Andrew? We are 85% at the moment. With no major backups, really. It's really just sort of busyness that's going on. Nothing really amazing. Considering the city is almost entirely grids. Someone ever says to you grids don't work, send them a link to Ilos, because it turns out they do. And actually provide one of the best traffic flows we've ever had. Anyway, let's have a hydration break and admire our new chain link houses, shall we? Posture check as well, please, everyone. Maybe just release VC on the detailing throughout the city, are we? We have done twice. We've actually done 2 builds in the city now. Haven't seen the collabs, by the way. Please go check them out. They were loaded last week. Cool. What is it that Ilos is exporting by cargo plane? Might take that into consideration while planning. Is it citrus fruit? Oil, I imagine, is one of Ilos' biggest exports. Yes, probably oil, I think. Yeah. Right, anyway. Get some more houses down. So we're not going to do chain link barriers around all of them. Or I guess we could, right? Should we? Should we do that? I don't know. It doesn't like the on Google Earth. And let me just have a little... I need to see another house in this complex. They're all behind the overgrowth. It doesn't look like they've got chain link fencing on them. Because you can see it in the satellite image on the first one. There's a lot of power lines on that street view as well. Right. Let's get out of bloody farming. And then we'll go for ranch. So we'll have... There, I don't want to get too close to the highway. Two. One side. And up there as well. I don't want anything too dense. Let's go ahead and grab a little sample of that dry, very, very dry sort of desert overgrowth pattern. Because I'd like this to run nearby to the highway here if possible. We'll remove the gum trees in a second so it's not so obviously copied and pasted. Let's get that out there and then just take away a few of them. Something like that. It's not too bad. This highway is really starting to frame up now, isn't it? Okay, let's get some trash. A load of tourists coming down here for some reason. Where are you all going? Oh no, they're children. You all walking to school? Weird that you're choosing to walk through the farm. Why would you do that? It's so weird. Why are they choosing that route? Would appear that AI prefers dirt roads to regular roads? Who knows? No idea. Right, let's complete the chain link vibe up here as well. Let's come off our housing. Then we'll go to there. Again, we'll grab another little sort of sample of that dry desert grass and then have it sort of running all the way along here. There's some like really thick, super leafy boys in that sort of boundary we saw between the field and the residential area as well, wasn't there? So let's bring some live oaks in there too. Like, you really couldn't see through it at all. It was just super overgrown. So I definitely want that vibe through here as well, but rather than against the field in Arizona, we're doing it against the road in Ilos. Okay. So maybe it's mainly for bringing in drilling equipment with those planes in. Maybe this could bring you ideas. I appreciate the thought process, Gorgonzola. Yes, it could. It could maybe factor into the bill. Maybe we could have maybe sort of a few more of the large crude oil tank farms over in the cargo airport because there is such an industry for oil. Yeah, thank you, Gorgonzola. It's actually quite inspiring. Thank you for the suggestion, mate. Right, let's continue to just sort of knock some of these back. I do want to get some props in here. Can we get the... Is it trash it's called, I think? Yes, random trash prop. That's what we want. So I just want sort of like random crap at the bottom of the thing here. Maybe a little bit of like crap up the drive. Let's give some boxes, maybe like a old set of tyres. Rubbish out here. And there's a smash TV as well. Yeah, there we go. Want to get that smash TV like right there next to the chain link fencing. Let's get some trash piles over here too. Is that right? I think I'm on board with that. Isn't it amazing what a little bit of move it and chain link fencing can achieve for a single residential asset? Just knocking it off the road like that. A bit of surface painter as well. I do need to building spawn point them though, otherwise they're going to not be serviced by the regular or various departments. So we'll do that as well. Wonderful. Cool. How's the poll doing? Oh, Nay's winning. Interesting. I thought that would have been an overwhelming yes. So you guys like it without the music then? I thought that would be really awkward. Like if when I'm not talking, I'm just like totally got like gamer face on and like I've got like detailing face. Yeah, I thought that would have been really just kind of boring to listen to. Or to not listen to rather, I guess, is the point here, isn't it? So I'm really happy with King Lenno's ranch housing with a little bit of chain link around it. It's like the new best thing in the city. It's really nice. Oh, we're getting a little bit of service painted junk there though. That should be okay. I don't want to do it around every one of them though. Just a few. And then maybe one next door there as well. Wonderful. Let's grab the dry belt here. Just a little bit of it. And then just throw it around this way. A little rotate. And then everyone should be happy for the most part, I think. Hey, Valley Lad, welcome into the stream, mate. How you doing? Welcome in. Valley Lad's already sent a load of messages. It's been here for like 2 minutes. Welcome in, Valley Lad. Nice to see you, mate. Just finished work. Early finish. Able to catch an egg stream. What a day to be alive it is, isn't it? Welcome in, mate. Nice to see you. Big Todd thought so too. A single yellow bus circling the rural area to bring the kids to school. We need Otto, the bus driver. School bus line? I'm down for a school bus line there, yeah. Yeah, we can make it serve this suburb over here too. Bring it down and over. And then it can turn around in the school. Yes, school bus. Let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, that's kind of annoying. I guess we can have you stop next to the school. They can loop around the back to turn around. Yes, then come and stop. Can you get back into the Margaret frames there? Yes, you can, but we will actually take it this way first. Then come into this suburb. Stop at various points. Stop at the metro station as well. Then come back down this Margaret frame. Stop at the factory. And stop outside the residentials again. And then come back and complete the loop. Here, let's lines overview. We will do sort by passengers. It's this one here, so we'll change that into. You've got a broken line, right? Just go away then. Yeah, this one here. You need to be school bus. Cool. Yeah, excellent idea. A little yellow school bus knocking about should be really cool here. We'll see what happens. That concrete space there looks like it's asking for a planter, doesn't it? It's just kind of a little bit empty. Should we get a planter in it? By the way, there's a really kind of cool build. Patrons will see the build. Not the episode, but like the actual sort of preview of the build. Probably on Monday. But there is a special sort of collab build that will be coming for you guys in New Year's Eve, I think. It's a while away, but it's coming, just FYI. Those looking forward to a little spicy project. Cool. Let's get some planters in, and then let's go for... We'll go for this tree. I very rarely use this one. Why not? Let's go for that. Third one in there. Cool. We'll hopefully see the bus come up one day. Oh, there you go, yeah. There's people waiting for it. Nice. There's people waiting for the bus. Very good. Cool. It's been a really awkward bit of land to fill, this one. This way just so happens to sort of be perfect for this bit of Phoenix. It kind of looks like this road here actually could almost be here for like accessing the field. Why don't we draw that into it so it looks like it is there for that? It's like field access for the farmer. Okay, I love the power lines coming through here. Can we just sit and stare at this for like the next, or the rest of the stream, basically? I hope. Is there anything that you didn't expect to see evolve during your Ilos? Is there anything that you didn't expect to see evolve during your Ilos play? I'm not sure, really. I guess it's kind of just been a constant learning experience with the mods, isn't it? Yeah, it just has been. Just recently found your channel and been loving the Ilos videos and streams. Thank you, Kyle. Glad you're enjoying the videos, mate. Thank you for the support. Where is the nearest bus depot, though? Oh, good shout. Does no idea. No idea. Maybe over in the Margaret somewhere. It's probably just up the road, actually, at the transport hub, which is there. But yeah, I've not a clue. It'll take a while to get here. It'll be a while. Yeah. Dad jokes are only welcome as Superchats. Galaxy and Addict have to pay the adult fee. Yes. Yes, you do. That's a joke, by the way, down to, yeah. It would be awesome if they expanded assets in the DLC parks. It would, yes. A special collab build. Yes, EMB. Yes, eyes. Got to go. See you later. Goodbye, Jane. Thank you for hanging out. Good night. Enjoy your evening. Can I be the director of your bus depot? You can if you want, Violet. I think your talents are best spent driving, though, right? Rather than directing. Unless you want the promotion, you're more than welcome to it. Okay. I think I might make them like a little playground here. Just a little bit of service painter. And delete a little bit of this grass here too. So just like a little bit of sand that's been like more sort of like well trodden in, more compressed, etc. And then we'll just grab some general park props and find it. Let's just go for... We'll do the alien coven as well before we wrap the stream up in a second. Yes, swings, etc. Jungle gyms. Maybe a little roundabout in there as well. Dirty mattress. We can definitely get this in the front of one of the other ones. Maybe one of them's a bit of a town bike, if you know what I mean. Like flattened a bit of grass. If you get what I'm talking about. I'm sure most of you do. So and that's where the deed happened as well. Or maybe that can be one of the aliens in the red dress as sort of taken to the underworld of solicitation in an attempt to get home. Or maybe she just... No, I'm not saying that, no. No, that's a dislike waiting to happen. Right, let's go ahead and find some... is it frame? What's that? Dog park A-frame. Cool, we can have that in here as well. That was pretty cute. And some rustic picnic tables. Maybe one or two around there, I think. Cool. Oh, DJ with a $10 super chat. Love this little residential neighborhood. Thank you so much, DJ. That's very generous of you to say. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you so much for the support, lovely. It's very generous. Do appreciate you, DJ. Right, let's knock this up. It's going to be more chain link fencing again because this is the chain link fence suburb. Oh, you okay? Linear fence, Phil? There we go. And then I wanted to sort of cut across the pavement there. Yeah, and then come down on the road. And then I want this little overgrowth here to just like totally surround this. I just want to like maybe copy in some long grass. Oh, please don't snap. That's the worst thing. That's absolutely awful. Yeah, loads of that. Loads of it. Cool. There's some really old Western-themed towns in Phoenix. Any plans to incorporate something like that in the future, if not already? I'm not sure if you've seen, Kyle. We kind of have that. And we looked at Williams, which is in northern Arizona, to construct the town of Williams, trying to factor in some sort of like old Western vibes using the content creator stuff. So yes, I think that answers your question, doesn't it? Yes, we have done that, if this is what you're referring to. It's kind of got that old sort of Western touristy vibe. Yeah, again, it's all inspired by Williams in Arizona, which is essentially like the old Western town. So potentially is the answer. I'm not sure. I think so, if that's what you're talking about anyway. Hey, yellow school buses. Yes, please. There we go. Still staggering on that line though, so there'll be a little while yet. Oh, there we go. That is a very American screenshot, isn't it? Elementary school, towers, and school buses. Right? It's like a slightly less interesting American dream, isn't it? That was ages ago. Yeah. Egg is getting into some spicy lore. Might need to start on only eggs. You're not the first person to say that, Jared, which is weird, isn't it? You're not the first one to say that. Okay. Let's do a coven over here. So we agreed that the aliens have just become so acclimatized to Arizona that they've just started to play baseball. Oh my god, they snap on the seats as well. Can we do a whole row of them? Oh my god, it stopped working now. You were working a minute ago, what are you doing? Does that look realistic, or... I don't know why I'm saying realistic and placing aliens in a baseball field. There's nothing realistic about it at all. Do we want the alien crowd watching the alien baseball team? So of course they have to wear trench coats while they're on field, otherwise people will realise that they're grey humanoids. And maybe, well, we don't know, actually no, they do have legs, don't they? Yeah, they do. I was about to say we don't know what's under the trench coat, but we do, they have legs. I didn't mean it like what's under the trench coat in like an offensive way either, but you know what I mean. I don't know how to play baseball. I don't know where the people go. Does one go here? The Americans are going to need to chip in on this, Coven. Alright. There we go. Egg, legit hockey. Welcome in, buddy. How you doing, mate? Nice to see you. Oh, DJ, you've been a member for 12 months. Insane, DJ. That's absolutely different gravy. Thank you so much. Before the stream ends, please don't forget to show your appreciation with a like for our talented Ilos charged egg. Thank you so much, DJ. That's really generous of you to say, lovely. I appreciate the 12-month membership. That's insane. Thank you so much. Yes, if you are enjoying the stream, guys, a like below helps me out. And if you're really enjoying it, a comment afterwards really helps me too. And then Jen with a 9-month membership super chat. Alien baseball team, yes please. Yes, thank you, Jen. Thank you for 9 months. That's very crazy as well. Goodness me. One on each base. Okay, I need the Americans to sort of rise up here. Rise up, American subscribers. This is when you need it the most. When we come across American sports, I need you. So the picture goes there. I've got that right. The ball field really needs an announcement tower behind the home plate. Okay, I can maybe do that with a nature reserve asset. Oh, not that one though. Like that. Is that okay? Is that baseball? I don't know. One on each base, says Jen. Okay. So, let's go ahead and get the next ones. Which is the base? They have to run around here. Is this the home run? That seems a bit short. Is this right? Or do they need to be on the edges here? Is this the home run around the edge? I have no idea. We want to be here for a while, everyone. I should just Google a picture of a baseball team, shouldn't I? Yeah. One on the mound, one behind the home plate where the batter stands. Okay, so there should be one behind the batter. Here. Is he the guy that sings like, hey, bada bada swing? Is that the thing? I don't do baseball culture, as you can tell. A catcher behind the batter, one player each in the left and right outfield, that's all I know. The corners, yes. Okay, is that cool? Is that a baseball team? Obviously they'll have subs and stuff. The asset doesn't have actual bases for some reason. Okay. That's right, there's only 9 feet between each base. Only 90 feet. Oh, only 9. I was going to say only 9 feet. I was like, no way. I was like, he's winding me up there. There's more than 9 feet. I didn't realize he said 90. Okay, yes, there's only 90 feet between each base. Okay, Jared, okay. Okay, we'll go for that for right now, and then we'll have some alien spectators. Who are, of course, just other sort of refugee aliens that have been lost up. Oh, why don't they snap now? There's a very specific area where they snap to on this asset. Like, really specific. Can we just get the props here, actually? With these two guys. Oh. Hold on, kids. Okay, are we going to do the whole crowd? I feel like that's maybe a bit too many aliens. Maybe just a stand of them. I feel like I'm depreciating the value of the alien if there's too many. That's fucking terrifying. Imagine watching that baseball game. Be like, what the hell are all those grey people doing there? The tourists don't seem phased though. They are supporting their team though. What would their team name be called? The Galactabats or something like that? Galactaballs? Which could also pass as some sort of space-based pornography as well. The batter stands in the boxes on the ground to the left and the right of the home plate. Okay. So he stands here. Is that right? Something like that? Is that okay? Oh no, the aliens, they all despawn when we get too far away. No. Okay. Can you change the code using Prop Anarchy? I don't have that Prop Anarchy, Eggsy. I'm playing with the old one. Because I refuse to use the new prop line tool. I don't like it. But no, yeah, I can't change the colour with them. I've asked Diaxis to make some more alien models for us. The Ilos conduits. Oh, that's a good one, EMB. That's a good one. I like the Ilos conduits. Yeah, that's a good shout. Okay. Oh, sure, Jerry here as well. Should we get Jerry? Why am I searching for Jerry and find it, you idiot? It's a fucking police prop, isn't it? What am I doing? As if searching Jerry and find it was going to bring up this prop. And of course, he's still on the horse as well. He's still on the horse. Do we have some more Sims? Oh, we do as well. A few candy left us some. Oh, no, what are they called? Is it Civ? Ah. Yes, Civ. Yeah, a few candy gave us some sim props. So you can imagine this guy, these two brothers have come, and you can imagine they're like, what are the chances we come to a baseball game and there's a fucking dude on a horse sat next to us? Like, what the hell? They're just like totally confused. There you go, okay. Cool. Like, what the hell? What the hell is there a horse, yeah. Right. And then of course, we'll do the a bodyguard is onto them as well. This is one of the best covens. Yeah, there's a bodyguard here too. Right. But he's like totally oblivious, like he can't realise that aliens. He's like, oh, I'm just out here in Eastern Ilos enjoying some baseball. He doesn't realise that is a great coven, isn't it? All the characters together. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. Thank you for... Oh, I missed a super chat, did I? Oh, Big Todd with the $5 super chat. This deserves an extra little something too funny. By far the best coven. Also, your vast amount of baseball knowledge is precious. Thank you so much, Big Todd. I appreciate the super chat, buddy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Alright. I think I'm happy with this. I'm saying I'm happy with this as this is some kind of serious build. It's really not. Right? Cool. I think that's what we need at a baseball game, right? It's busy. There's people coming here at least. Cool. Should we get the dog? Get the dog in the stand as well? Does the dog use prop snapping? Oh, yes it does. That's amazing. Now these guys are like just... What the hell? Do we have any more people here? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it looks like she's like actually sat here to watch the baseball. Cool, right. So these two dudes are like, of all the baseball fields we could have come to today, we come to the one that has a sleeping dog and a horse next to us. Right? Cool. Alright. Thank you for entertaining my Odyssey, everyone. I do appreciate it. There was one coven I wanted to do, which was the core alien in the city, which we haven't done before. Where doesn't have an alien coven in downtown Ilos? There isn't one over here, is there? Should we do one in the building site? Should we do one here? So we'll get the alien. Shame we can't get a snowman there. We can make, yes, we can do a snowman. We'll head back there in a second. Let's get this one done. But yes, we'll go put a snowman in it. So alien has been caught and is currently sort of hiding behind these supplies. Ben Yates is going to have a ton of stuff to do here. So can I use... Yes, I can. I can use prop snapping to sink him into the ground. Oh no, he doesn't stay. Oh no, why don't you stay? Oh, that's really annoying. I don't know why he's not staying. Okay, it must just be the prop then. That's okay. I could terraform it. Okay, so like he's obviously hiding out here. And then we'll go for bodyguard. So we will have an alien that's been caught and they're like, oh. He's like, oh no. And then this guy here who can be like maybe an idiot bodyguard, one of the idiot FBI agents, he's like showing him his ID. He's like, he doesn't know what a Dave is. He's like, why are you showing me your ID, Agent Dave? You can't speak our language. Put your badge down. Okay, so big goon squad of agents that have finally caught one of the aliens. You can see that from the street view as well. Yeah. Just that fucking grey body sat behind there. Oh, that's so funny. Like, yeah, he's just like, oh, he's like, oh, shit. Then it just cuts away. Yeah. Let's get a snowman as well. Yeah, good shout on the snowman. Yeah, yeah, like he's hiding under the bleachers because he still wants to watch the game, but if he goes out above, he's gonna melt. Yeah, so he's like stood under the bleachers here. Like, are they winning? I can't see. If I come out, I'll turn to liquid. So he's like, he's poking out from behind him there, right? Can you see that? Also passes off as something of a pervert snowman as well, doesn't it? Depends what vibe you want to take it in. Anyway, cool. Thank you for entertaining my idiocy, everyone. I appreciate the support over the alien covens. You could have him stand in the barrel instead of sinking him into the ground. Oh, that's a great idea, Gorgonzola. Yes, it is. That's a great idea. Yeah, let's get a barrel for him. That's perfect. Do I have an open one? Yes, like this little Industries beer barrel. Just get his little torso in it and his little arms sticking over the side. Just like, he has no concept of physical space, so like he has no idea that his body was never going to fit in that. Like, he actually thinks he's hidden. He's like, oh, he's like, my legs are in the barrel. I'm fully disguised. The agents just walk up to him like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, oh, what? You can see me? Oh no! And then it cuts to like kind of like a American sitcom where it's like, I bet you're wondering how I ended up in this situation. That sort of thing. Right. Anyway, guys, we have to leave the stream there. We've done some covens and filled out a really awkward space of Ilos today. We kind of have all this space there filled in now with, again, with more random kind of West Phoenix weirdness that we see so much. We'll definitely return to this area because we've got kind of it kind of is 2 full frames really left to fill. So there'll be something over here. Everyone enjoying it, yeah? The content I live for. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Josh. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you for just, yeah, not thinking I'm a total fucking idiot for messing about with the alien covens. I do appreciate it. I'm glad you guys like it as well. We'll have to think of some covens for the next city. I'm thinking alligators in trench coats at the minute. But either way, we'll put on a nighttime view and say our goodbyes. And we'll see if anyone is streaming cities. I don't think they will be. They very rarely are on YouTube. No, they're not. What haven't we hosted? Joy was in here tonight, wasn't she? Let's go host Joy. Not hosted Joy for a while. So Joyable Cities, everyone. Of course, you probably have seen her around and about. She's done the ladies in the city. She's just everywhere, really. You can't really escape Joy. But she does some wonderful building. There's a link to her most recent video in the live chat. She's doing a 12 Villages of Christmas, which is a really cool idea. So go show her some support. She's a smaller creator and very much does deserve some love. So go and show it. Otherwise, thank you to all the mods. Eggsy, Karina, Jane, DM was here earlier as well, I believe. Thank you for modding, guys. I appreciate it. Not that we need much moderating these days, do we? We really don't. Oh, would you look at that? The poll's on 50-50. What am I supposed to do now? Should I do that? I don't know. I don't know. Someone needs to vote. The poll's on 50-50. Yeah, one too many ciphers, are we? No, I'm alright, mate. I'm alright. Love the last 15 minutes. Good. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you guys had a nice time. But yes, thank you to all the regulars. Lucas, Jen, Duz, Carolyn, Jared, Claire, Star Stuff, Rich, Fenrir, John, DJ, Jared again, Bombady. I keep gravitating towards Jared's name, so Jared for a 3rd time. And then Gorgonzola, of course, with some really nice ideas today. Yeah, you are legends, guys. Thank you for hanging out in the live streams. I will see you over the weekend for a special Ilos first-person walking tour. So please give that a vote and let me know what you think of it. It's kind of a new format for first-person tours. So yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, but you'll see what happens on when the video comes out. Right? I'm rambling. Thank you so much. Josh and Lauren as well, everyone. Yeah, thank you for voting. Have background music, but only for one channel of the stereo then, maybe? I guess so. I think we'll just try it for a stream. We'll see how it goes. If you guys hate it, then we won't do it again. Right, but thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you all soon. Well, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I've got my own outro then. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I love you all. Thanks for the support. Bye.